From trigger to trophy. Tonight, a former first responder who was paralyzed after being shot in the line of duty shares his personal battle with PTSD.
Yeah, forced to confront his fears and turning what once horrified him into a hobby. He now hopes his journey will encourage others to seek the help they need.
WKYT's Garrett Weimer shares his story, new at 6.
He practices at home.
Just being consistently accurate.
The sounds of pellets breaking the silence.
So it has an electric trigger, not a mechanical trigger.
From the hallway,
you have to shoot 60 shots in 60 minutes.
Now his home range.
So it's not only an accuracy event, it is also an endurance event.
The same could be said of Jaime Morales' own journey, from a time when each pull of the trigger set something off inside of him.
I remember having nightmares about the situation. I remember waking up in the middle of the night, gasping for air.
Shots fired, Central, shots fired. Get EMS up to us now.
As a Scott County Sheriff's deputy in 2018, Morales was hit by friendly fire during a confrontation with a fugitive from Florida.
If you can tell, my legs do that and my stomach is contracting also.
It left him paralyzed and suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder.
Remember, there was a time that you complained so much.
But he's turned his pain into purpose.
I feel like a lot of people give up.
The TikTok account he uses to motivate others.
I just try to be there as a light, you know, in a room of darkness for people.
And his efforts to combat the stigma that often keeps first responders suffering in silence.
We're finally realizing that we need help. We're finally realizing that it's okay to ask for help. But I do think that pride and that ego still get in the way of a lot of us asking for help and reaching out.
Morales says therapy made a big difference for him after his injury. Prolonged exposure, one of the most effective PTSD treatments, the VA says, helping the deputy and Marine Corps veteran overcome what had since scared him most.
This line will be 5 rounds.
By locking himself in the gun range.
Fire!
At first it was hard, you know, every shot that other people took down the line would make me jump, and it was just making my anxiety go up. And I just breathe through it, calm myself down.
Now this member of the U.S. Paralympic shooting team is using this unlikely outlet as a way to move forward.
Life isn't over just because you suffered an injury.
It's the message he wants to share.
So definitely don't give up.
And the lesson he still practices daily as he tries to live out the consistency and the endurance he trains for. In Lexington,
it stands for something.
Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
And Morales says he recently finished 4th in a competition with the U.S. National Paralympic shooting team in Colorado, and he could even compete in the next Paralympics in France. And he's also beginning now to train for Paralympic swimming. Morales often encourages others to find outlets and hobbies to help them and to not let their injuries, whether physical or invisible, define them.